Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be telling how I scored 75 out of 80 in my class 12 CBSE Maths board exams. I had just studied for boards only during the gap days, and for proof you can see my report card. In Maths, I scored 93 total. I got 75 out of 80 in theory, and sadly my school didn't give me full marks in the practicals, although I don't blame them completely because I wasn't a very regular student in class 12. I would really go to school. But anyways, since I had been a old student, I had expected I would get full marks, but that didn't happen. Anyway, so basically to get good marks in boards, all you need to do is just keep solving PYQs. As you can see, this is the book I followed to solve PYQs. If you want my suggestion, yeah, you can go for it. I'll leave the link in the description. I finished like 3-4 rough copies, and all I kept doing was just solving PYQs. Because my syllabus was already done, there was nothing left for me to study further because I did prepare for JEE as well, and boards is a very easy exam, and you guys had your physics paper tough, right? So it is very much expected that the maths paper won't be as tough. I won't obviously make any assumption, but I don't think so it will be that tough, because every year in boards there is just one subject which comes difficult. Otherwise the rest of the subjects remain equally on the easier side. So yeah, as I was saying, only thing you need to do is to solve PYQs, and that's what I did. And I'll also tell you the mistakes which made me cost 5 marks in boards. So the first mistake was I didn't practice questions from the strong topics, thinking, oh, if a question comes from this topic, I will be able to solve it. That is the first mistake. As you can see, in indefinite integration from partial fractions, I barely solved any questions. You can see from the other topics I solved a lot of questions, but from partial fractions I barely solved any questions, and that is where I lost marks in my paper. I'll also show you my paper for proof. The lesson you can learn from this is that even if you have a strong chapter, you must at least practice 2 tough questions from it, and in case you have time constraints, try to do the questions that are given at the end. All right, for example, if you want to practice partial fractions, then you can do questions 51, 52, 53, 54, 55 like this. Suppose you want to practice definite integration, right? You can solve these few problems. So yeah, if you have a strong topic, make sure you at least solve 2 or 3 questions, and in case there is time constraint, you can solve the questions that are given at the back. Although it is an easy exam, it is also a very important exam, so you need to study day and night before your boards, and I hope that you guys are already doing that. Another resource that I used was to follow this channel. This channel is called Science and Fun Education, and I followed these live streams which Ushank sir took for class 12. This is for example, this is one, this is another, this is another, and then this is another one. I followed all of these live streams and I did all those questions by myself. If you want suggestion, yeah, you can use these, and these are really important and helpful because these are selected questions that can come, and since this is boards, there are only a few selected topics and the selected type of questions that from which questions come, right? Because it is basically just pattern recognition and recalling. And also I also followed this. I followed this video, I remember. I don't remember if I followed these or not, but yeah, if you want suggestion, you can follow Science and Fun Education and NCRT Wala. They teach really nicely. Another thing I want to tell you is that if you have time and if you think you're confident, then please at least solve a mock paper, because if I had given a mock, I would have understood that I did make a mistake in partial fraction, and I would have revised that topic, and I wouldn't have to get my marks deducted in the actual paper. Had I given just one mock, I would have gotten full marks in maths, and I'm not even joking, because I will show you my paper as well. So yeah, I also made some silly mistakes that are very much unavoidable until unless you give mocks. So yeah, if you do have time to give a mock, then please give a mock. Now I will show you my maths paper. But before moving on, I was recently checking the comments on my video, and a lot of you were asking me about the resources you should use for backup exams. For BitSet, I already discussed what I'm using in my previous videos, but for MHT CET, I did a bit of research. I watched a few videos from seniors who are currently preparing in COEP and VJTI, and that's where I came across Photo Club's crash course specifically for MHT CET, especially for mathematics. And logically it makes sense, because in this exam almost half of the paper comes from mathematics, so having a strong focus on maths is really important. The lectures are crisp and concise, but still detailed enough to give you proper conceptual clarity, so it's not just surface level coverage. On top of that, the crash course also includes a test series which is highly relevant. If you're preparing for MHT CET this year, I would definitely recommend checking out Photo Club's crash course, and if you decide to enroll, you can use my coupon code Aryzo10 and get a 10% extra discount. As you can see, I got 75 out of 80. All my MCQs were correct. Oh, by the way, I will also post my question paper in the description. You guys can check it out from there. All my MCQs were correct, and my first mistake was over here. I don't know what I was doing when making this mistake. This was a question based on The topic is LPP, and basically you are just supposed to like write the corner points. My answer was correct obviously, but since this is boards, you need to also present your answer correctly as well, right? And I did make a mistake over there. As you can see, I had to like over here write 0,3, but for some reason I wrote 9,0, which is obviously wrong, and I got my half marks deducted over here. And secondly, this is the biggest regret I have in my paper, and that is this question, the question from partial fraction, this is what made me really angry on myself, because when I was in the exam hall, I was thinking that, oh, I didn't practice even a single question from it, thinking that I would be able to solve it very effortlessly, but that's not what happened, and I did lose marks over here. Obviously 3.5 marks got deducted over here. And then like over here I was starting to get a little bit scared because time was running out, but since I had practiced so many questions before the exam, I was literally solving questions instinctively. I knew that this question, like for example this question, it was based on Bayes theorem and total probability theorem. I knew that this question can ask nothing else other than asking a question based on Bayes theorem or total probability theorem, and I literally did this entire part instinctively. And this is what happens when you practice a lot of questions. That's why I'm telling you, this is maths, this is entirely based on problem solving. You need to keep solving questions as much as you can. Like I said, I like literally solved 3 or 4 rough copies, all that. So you need to do it, like you really need to keep practicing. You need to keep on practicing, otherwise nothing's gonna happen, nothing's gonna click in the exam hall. So yeah, about the mistakes, this is where I lost 3.5 marks. This is another question which I didn't do unknowingly, because this was based on a linear differential equation, and it was the first time the form was of x. Normally we have forms of y, but this was the first time the form came of x. Although I was unaware, but my concepts were clear because I did practice, so I did this question correctly. Over here I made a silly calculation mistake, and it was really unavoidable. I'm pretty sure I would have made that mistake even if I had given a mock. And this was just supposed to be 8 pi, but I did make a mistake. I don't know where I made the mistake, I don't care. And I'm glad that I only got half marks deducted. I thought like I will get at least 2 marks deducted. Anyways, it was a really easy question. It was based on area under curve. Other mistake was that I just simply didn't feel the need to prove Lagrange's identity. Lagrange's identity is this thing, alright. And this is where I had my half marks deducted, and yeah, that's pretty much it. These are the only mistakes that I made. And had I given a mock, I would have at least got 79, if not 80, at least 79. So thanks for watching this video, and if my video seemed valuable to you, then consider subscribing and sharing with your friends who are giving the exam. I think it's on 9th March, but all the best, and do remember the points that I told you, and you guys will be performing very nicely. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.